I'm sorry. Hello. Today we are talking about Once on This Island, the Broadway show. I saw it on Sunday, June 24th. The matinee performance, it was Lea Salonga's last day in the show, and my sister and I really wanted to see it. I also wanted to see when Meryl Dandridge was in, because she's just come back in. She plays Papa Gay. And since they won the Tony for Best Revival, we knew we had to jump on those tickets really quickly, and we did. And I'm so glad we got to see it when we did. It was Pride. It's Pride Month, as you can tell from the rainbow, and I think this playbill just looks fantastic. So let's get into it. Little backstory. I did Once on This Island Junior for my 6th grade musical. Hello, any of my friends from 6th grade who are watching. Do you remember how terrible our production was? It was so bad. Just the other day, I explained to my best friend Prashasti, who played Mama Yurali, who is Timoon's mother in the show, what the show is even really about. Like, in the beginning, the fact that they're telling the story to this young girl because the storm just happened. She's like, they're telling it to like comfort her essentially. We had no idea. Like, I don't know if our director knew. I don't know if other people knew and I just didn't know, but it blew my mind. So needless to say, this production was a lot better. I also had a lot of preconceived notions going into seeing the show because I've done it before. I knew a lot of the songs, a lot of the words, and to be honest, because it was my 6th grade show, because we did such a poor job on it, and maybe because I only played Villager / Gossiper number 3 and I was in the bigger part, whatever. I was not really a fan of the show on its own, but I had heard obviously that this production was going to be great. I love Michael Arden's direction. He did Spring Awakening with Deaf West Theater. That was wonderful, and it was so cool to see him break the mold a little bit and do this show. So let's talk about it. First of all, if you don't know the story, it's based off of this book called My Love, by Rosa Guy, I think. Well, it's spelt like Guy, and that's how my teacher said in 6th grade. It's probably wrong. Let's say Guy. It's basically a riff off of The Little Mermaid classic story by Hans Christian Andersen, and it said it takes place on an island in the French Antilles. It's about this girl named Timoon, played by Hailey Kilgore, who goes on an adventure essentially and was sent by the gods. So that's Papa Gay, the sly demon of death, played by Meryl Dandridge here. Asaka, Mother of the Earth, played usually by Alex Newell and played here by Aurelia Williams, who was also great. And then we have Ogway, God of Water, played by Quentin Earl Darrington, and of course Urzuli, Beautiful Goddess of Love, played by Lea Salonga. I don't know where to begin with all this. It was, first of all, Michael Arden with your immersive theater. What? It was incredible. I love that each of the gods basically had like a little station at the beginning of the show because all the characters are walking around, and we were on Asaka's side. So she was like cooking in our corner, like talking to people and, you know, having a great time. Papa Gay's was like that side of the theater from where we were sitting, and I don't really know what symbolized Papa Gay over there, but anyway. Urzuli's little section had a little mural at the top, kind of, with like lights and like white heart shapes, which was cool. And the place that Ogway held court was obviously the part of the theater that had, you know, water in it and a rowboat and all that stuff. All those details were so cool. I'm not gonna say too much more. We're not allowed to take pictures in the theater, so I'm very sorry I didn't have anything to show you for that. Needless to say, it was beautiful and well thought out, and producing and budgeting is incredible because I don't know how they afforded all that. Also, I'm salty that they didn't win Scenic Design at the Tonys because of that, but whatever. So, Michael Arden, you're amazing. I mean, there was just so much ingenuity with not only the immersiveness of the theater, but how you used your actors and how they came together to build different things like Daniel's car, and how lighting and sound and all that came into play to build a storm and to show the crash and all these other things. Michael Arden, you're amazing. Can't say anything else. Don't want to spoil too much, but yes, it is amazing. I love you. Goodbye. Talking about individual performances, I absolutely loved the gods. Like, amazing. I still wish I'd seen Alex Newell, but you know, Aurelia Williams, you were wonderful. I think the standout to me in all of the performances was Meryl Dandridge. I wanted to see her so badly, and girl did not disappoint, okay? Those of you who don't know, Papa Gay, written originally for a man. I don't remember what the keys were originally. I'm sure they fudged it a little bit, but Meryl still had some really low stuff, and she brought out this like really like it was warm, but it was sinister and, you know, kind of gravelly, but still smooth and still strong. I don't know how she did it. She's amazing. Not to mention incredibly physical with her role. All of these roles, it's a really ensemble-based show, so everyone's moving around, running around, carrying a child half the time. I mean, it's really great. Yeah, Meryl was the standout to me. I loved everything about her performance. There are just so many small nuances that I loved. Like, this doesn't really give anything away. There's a part where the gods are like extinguishing these candles that they had previously lit, and Meryl's putting them out, you know, with a little thing that you put on top to extinguish candle lights. And on the last one, she leaves it and she goes, and she blows it out. Because, you know, god of death. What? Yeah. Just little details like that. I don't know if it was the actor, the director, or a collaboration. I'm assuming a collaboration. And that's one of the things that I loved the most about the show. There are just so many great details. It's really expensive now, especially because they've won a Tony, but you should try to see it multiple times if you can, because there's so many little details to see every single time. And that's what I love about productions, is when you see that coupled with the fact that every performance is different for every actor. It's just so cool, and that's like the magic of theater. Magic of live theater. Everyone says it, everyone means it. It's true. Some shout outs to some design elements. Lighting design was so cool. Jules Fisher and Peggy Eisenhower, I like you a lot. Sound design, Peter Hylenski. Oh my god, was he for Frozen 2? That name sounds familiar. I don't know. Clint Ramos, costume design. Hello. The colors were so beautiful. Like, these are legit colors. They're so full of life, and I love that T Moon's color is always red. It's this like bright, vibrant red that she wears, and you always know where she is, and she's like this flower just like blooming on stage. It's wonderful. I love that the gods have the kind of their own color scheme going on. Like Urzuli's always all white. Obviously Papagay is like these dark grayish colors, kind of dirty, kind of, you know, shadowy. Asaka has a nice like red jersey on, and then this tablecloth used as a skirt, which is like bright yellowy things and orange and white. And obviously Agwe is blue, but he's also got some nice green going on with his like swimming trunks, and it's really, really cool. I love all the colors. Scenic design, Dane Lafray, Danae, I don't know. You're great. You're wonderful. Like, I don't know how you handle all those things. So good. Ooh, found instrument design. That's another cool thing about this production. To bring you more into the islandy feel is that the instruments can be like trash cans and things for drums, and I think that's so cool that they took it one step further and brought instrumentation even into the fold of being immersive and part of the setting that they've created there. And that's all I'm gonna say about it for now, because I really don't want to give anything away. It's a 90-minute show, no intermission. You're on the ride and you stay on the ride, and I love that. I love shows like that. They just really did a fantastic job all around, and this is coming from someone who had thoughts about the show previously and was like, I don't like the show because it's really corny and dumb. It is not corny and dumb. It can be if you handle it wrong, i.e. our 6th grade musical, but these people handle it so right, so perfectly, so wonderfully. I think it's really something worth seeing if you can snag tickets for it, and I really hope you enjoy it. If you've seen Once on This Island, let me know down below what you thought, some people you thought were great, some design elements you thought were wonderful, any little moments, but be careful with spoilers because I really don't want to spoil this for anyone. One little nugget of wisdom I want to drop. Because I did this in my very small New Jersey town where there's not a lot of diversity, I just wanted to pop out that it's important to pick shows that are correct for your casts in whatever area of the country or the world you're in. There are different cases obviously, but you know, this is meant to be a show about race, partially. The rich people are, you know, mixed or look more white or are more white. They're descended from the French, and the peasants are the ones that are people of color. They're black, and completely lost in my production because we were kids in 6th grade doing Once on This Island Junior, and you know what? I don't think it really bothered anyone, to be honest, but I think in the way that the world is moving, it is so much more important to be aware of those things, to be conscious, and to be doing things that are positive in that discussion. Please, I'm praying to any of you teachers of music and theater, camp counselors, all of that stuff, and even young performers. If you don't feel right about a role, maybe don't take it. you know, I mean, I know that's kind of weird to say and to think of, but something I always joke about is the all-white productions of Hairspray in New Jersey. Like, what? No, the people playing black people should not just wear brown shirts or different colored shirts. They should be black people, because there's an experience that comes along with those characters. And especially in a show like Once on This Island and Hairspray, you're just denying all this history that there is there and all this baggage that is actually integral to the plot and to the characterization. And I know that doesn't seem important for kids, but it is. You have to teach them young. This is where it all begins, is in our institutions. So please teach your kids love and acceptance, and that some roles they can play because they understand the experiences, and some they probably just shouldn't. Coming from a girl of color in a town of not very much color, it's really important, and if we want to build a better future, I think it begins with how we portray things in art and media at a younger age. So just be conscious of those things. Diverse casting and inclusive casting are very important, and pick shows that are appropriate to the people you can cast. I'm gonna go now and go see this show. Thanks so much for watching. Bye 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 bye. Inclusive casting, diverse casting. Ah!